Nope, not yet. Good evening, friends. Welcome to Manitowoc Public Library. I am Miss Lynn. It is a terrific Tuesday night to talk about turkeys. We have Jess Johnsrud here from Woodland Dunes. I am going to turn the program over to Jess. Take it away.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much. I'm excited to be at the Manitowoc Public Library tonight. As Lynn said, we are going to talk about turkeys because Thanksgiving is coming up in just a couple of days, and turkeys are an important part of our celebration, at least for many of us. So what better way to learn about turkeys at the library than reading a book? So I have the book here called Gobble, Gobble by Katherine Falwell. It's about a little girl who watches turkeys in her yard over the course of the year. Spring is here, arrows mark the muddy ground, striped brown feathers are all around. What's that funny gobbling sound? I bet you guys know what a turkey sounds like. I'm gonna play the call for you. And actually just the boys or the males make this call. Turkeys make lots of other sounds too, but this is the call we think of when we think of a turkey. Here we go. Sounds like gobble, 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 right? Turkeys make lots of other noises, as I said, but that's what the boys or the males say. All right. Turkeys, a flock of birds with big, strong feet. Turkeys look for seeds to eat. Now, a flock of turkeys or a group of turkeys, we can call them a flock, but they're also called a rafter, which is kind of cool. And turkeys eat a lot of different things besides seeds. They're actually omnivores. That means they eat plants and they eat animals. So they eat animals like beetles and sometimes even little frogs. They also eat seeds and nuts, and they even eat ticks, which is so cool because who likes ticks, right? Turkeys do. One day I woke and look outside. Turkey toms spread their feathers wide. Toms strut and puff to look their best. Turkey hens make shallow nests. So the boy or the male turkeys are called toms, and they're the ones with these big tail feathers to impress the girls. The girls are called hens. They look a little different. They don't have those fancy tail feathers, and they make a nest on the ground. They just use their feet and they kind of scratch a little spot, and that's good enough for a turkey nest. Summer days filled with sun, turkey babies hatch and run. So turkeys have one nest a year, and they can have between 8 and 14 babies in their nest. Now we call their babies poults, not chicks, but poults, because when they're born, they walk right away. They have little fuzzy feathers on their bodies, their eyes are open, and they can walk right away. A lot of other birds, when they're born, like robins or cardinals, they don't have any feathers, their eyes are closed, they can't move, so it's different. So we call those chicks, but turkey babies are called poults because they're ready to roll once they hatch out of their eggs. On rainy days, I have to dash, but turkeys dart through puddles and splash. Turkeys aren't afraid of the rain or the snow. My dog Max goes racing by. Turkeys lift their wings and fly. So a lot of people think turkeys cannot fly, but they can. The thing is, they don't choose to fly a whole lot. They're a big bird. They can weigh between 16 and 22 pounds. That's kind of a lot, kind of like the size of a small dog. So that takes a lot of effort to fly. So what they prefer to do is run or walk, but they do fly when they're scared, like when Max is running by here. Autumn leaves red and gold. Turkeys crunch with footsteps bold. So turkeys like to live in forests, and they spend a lot of time there. They also spend their time in open fields looking for food. The ground becomes an icy sheet. Turkeys skate on wobbly feet. I don't know about that. I don't think that turkeys really skate, but this reminds me that turkeys live here in all 4 seasons. They're here in spring, summer, fall, and winter. A lot of birds, they migrate or they leave before winter comes here, and they do that because their food isn't available to them in the winter. So think of a hummingbird. They have that long little beak to stick into a flower and drink the nectar of a flower. There are no flowers that grow outside in Wisconsin in the winter, right? So hummingbirds fly away or migrate before winter is here. Turkeys, since they eat all that stuff we talked about before, nuts and seeds and snails and little frogs and ticks, they find enough food all year round, so they do not migrate. They're here in all 4 seasons. Cold winds blow and bring a breeze. Turkeys roost up in the trees. So again, turkeys can fly, and at night they actually fly up and they roost or sit in a tree so that they're safe from predators or animals that would want to eat them. Animals that might want to eat a turkey are like a coyote or a bobcat or a mink. And they also fly up in trees or roost in trees when the weather is not that great. So a night like tonight, it's raining and super cold. They would hang out in a tree even during the day when it was rainy today and kind of find some shelter there. It's a big bird. Winter brings the first white snow. Turkey footprints make a row. So turkeys have really big feet. You can maybe see here on the ground. They have 4 toes. Really, they have 3 big toes in the very front, and they have a tiny little toe in the back. So if you ever see turkey tracks, that's what you're looking for. Those 3 toes in front, 1 toe in back, and they walk on 2 legs, right? They walk or run, so their tracks will kind of be in a straight line. If you think about like a bunny that hops, their tracks look very different because they hop in the snow. They don't walk in the snow. Feathers fluffed for winter chills. Will turkey slide down slippery hills? So again, turkeys are here in the wintertime, and one way they stay warm is they fluff up those feathers because underneath their feathers, there's air that their body warms up, right? Kind of like when we wear a jacket, it keeps us warm and cozy. They also can shiver to stay warm, just like you and I, if we're super cold, we might shiver, or our pets, our animals at home. That's how they can handle the wintertime. All those feathers keep them warm too. The year is coming to an end. Turkeys know that I'm their friend. And that is the end. There is a little bit of info in the back of this book about turkeys. And we're going to talk a little bit more about turkeys so that you are an expert about them. So I have a little puppet friend here that I want to show you. And this turkey is a boy. And I know that because he's a tom, we call that, because he's got these big tail feathers, just like in our story. Remember, the boys had their tail feathers up and they were strutting around trying to impress the girls. The girls are called hens. A young male turkey is actually called a Jake, and a young female turkey is called a Jenny. Kind of fun. But they also have some other cool parts. So the boys have a beard, they call it, and actually some of the girls do too. And this might look like it's fur, but it's actually a special type of feather. They also have a wattle. I'm sure you've heard about that. If not, the wattle's under the chin, and it's bright red on the boys, and the girls, it's not quite as big or as colorful. And also on all turkeys, they have this thing that hangs from their forehead kind of down by their beak. And on the males, it's really big, and it's called a snood, S-N-O-O-D, snood. How's that for a cool word, right? So the male snood is long and bright red. Again, all that decoration is just to show off to the girls. The girls have a tiny snood. They don't need to show off to the boys. So these are some of the parts of the turkey, and they have some cool senses. Just like we have senses, so do turkeys. They have excellent ears. They don't look like ours. They're just kind of like little holes on the side of their head, but they can hear something up to a mile away, which is impressive for a bird. They also have pretty good eyesight. In fact, some places I was reading said that turkeys have their eyesight is 3 times better than a human's. They can see in color. They can see details. They can see, their eyes are like on the side of their head more than in the front, so they can see really far on the side. They have a wide field of vision, we call that. And that makes them good hunters. Remember, they have to look for food on the ground like those snails and ticks that we talked about. Turkeys do not have a good sense of smell or taste, though. So, But with that, I think we're going to do a little turkey trivia. So if you came and got the bag, the family bag from the library, there was a trivia quiz in it, and I'm going to reveal the answers. If you didn't get the bag, that's okay. I'm going to give you the questions now, and we're going to answer true or false to these questions, right? True or false. So the first question, male turkeys are called toms. If you were listening, you know that's true. The boys are called toms. Question 2, female turkeys are called hens. That is true as well. And I should tell you, some of the questions on my trivia quiz I didn't talk about just now. You're going to have to do your best guess, but some of them, if you were paying attention, you'll know the answers. All right, both male and female turkeys gobble. So that call I played for you, do you remember? Do they both do that? False. Just the boys or the toms go gobble, 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 okay? Question 4, wild turkeys can run but cannot fly. False. Turkeys can fly, remember, they're just big-bodied and it takes a lot of effort to fly, but they like to run more than fly. In fact, they can fly pretty fast, up to 55 miles per hour if they need to. That's like if your family was driving on the country roads, right? And they can run up to 20 miles per hour, so they can be very fast for a short period of time. All right, number 5, this is a fun one. The average person in the United States eats less than 10 pounds of turkey each year. 10 pounds seems like a lot. I don't know. The answer is actually false. They eat 15 pounds of turkey. So if you eat turkey, you on average eat 15 pounds in a year. That's like if you took 2 gallons of milk and shoved it full of turkey. That's a lot of turkey. All right, number 6, a turkey's eyesight is 3 times better than human eyesight. And that is true. We talked about how they have excellent vision, they can see in color, and they have a wide field of view. They can see things on the side of their heads really well because their eyes are placed on the side. Number 7, June is National Turkey Lovers Month. Yes, there is a Turkey Lovers Month. Who knew? Guess what? It is June. It should be November if you ask me, but for some reason, June is National Turkey Lovers Month. Question 8, turkeys can swim if they need to. This is one we didn't talk about, but the answer is true. I saw a video on YouTube. They can swim if they have to. They kind of tuck in their wings and they spread their tail, and they can kick their feet to help them swim if they have to. Number 9, Benjamin Franklin proposed the turkey should be the national bird. That is false. Our national bird, of course, is the bald eagle. Benjamin Franklin never suggested the turkey should be our national bird, but he defended the turkey's honor in a letter to his daughter, saying that the turkey is a bird of courage. And you can read more about that online, actually at the Smithsonian website. It was kind of interesting. And number 10, if you came across turkey scat, this is the best. Turkey scat. Scat is the science word for animal droppings or poop. You can tell if it was from a male or a female. The answer is true. And I'm going to tell you how. So I have a picture for you. Now, the male or the tom's scat is more of a J shape, and the female or the hen scat is more of a almost like a spiral shape, right? Sometimes it reminds me of, this one's a little spread out, but sometimes it's stacked up like a Hershey Kiss shape. So they actually are shaped different, so you can tell if there was a gobbler or a male or tom turkey that was there or a female turkey just by looking at their scat. How cool is that? So, friends, I hope you learned something about turkeys today and that you have some good information to wow your friends and family at Thanksgiving. Thanks for having me at the library today. It was fun.
Thank you for being here, Jess. I learned some things about turkeys today. I hope you did too. Before we go, I just want to do a few quick announcements. We do still have, we printed up a whole bunch more gingerbread men. I don't know if you can see him. We still have a bunch of those available. You can call in yet tomorrow or even Friday and get those. Monday, we will have a new family activity bag available. That one will be our United Way financial literacy bag to learn about how to be responsible with your money. In December, we are making some changes to how we do things with our family activity bags. This is very important. It will be on our Facebook page, and we can answer questions if you call. But a lot of your grown-ups can't come in and pick them up on a Monday morning. So starting in December on the 5th, we are going to start doing our pickups starting on Saturday mornings. The library is open from 9 until 1. So hopefully more families will be able to come on a Saturday morning and get one of our bags. We are also, because we are a library, we're giving you all kinds of cool crafts and things. But in December, when you call for a bag, you are going to get a book to go with it as well. We are going to pick a whole selection of books to go with our theme. If it's going to be about animals, we'll pick some animal books. We will check out a book and send it home with your craft kit. So you'll get a book and a bag. You don't get to keep the book. You'll have to return that to the library. But you will get a book and a bag, and they will be related. They'll go together. And because there are so many people who want to take part in our family activity bags, we are going to ask that each family only take 2 starting in December. So Saturday the 5th will be our first pickup for December, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it is something from Glaze and Paint, so you know that's going to be fun. You will get a book checked out with your kit, and we will be limiting those kits to 2 per family. Thanks again for joining us tonight. Hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow morning at 9:30 for story time. Until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.